officers, Shelly here. So today we are going to be doing a little get to know me video. I'm sorry, I am kind of sick right now, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little not normal. I just need to record videos and stuff. But I've got 7 questions here that I'm going to answer. These are questions that I get from like school visits, but also some questions that I found online that just piqued my interest and stuff. But so first of all, my name is Shelly Kitts. I am a middle grade children's chapter book author. I write in the world of Bugztopia, which is a bug-inspired world that has police officers trying to solve mysteries and stop an evil villain from taking over the world. Excuse me. There are currently 6 books in this series. They're all pretty much the same length of books. And I do have an omnibus, which is that up there, but it's more like a collector's edition that has all 6 books in one book with a few extra bonus scenes. So if people would like to go check it out, go check it out. These books are available on Amazon and all available platforms except for the hardcover of the omnibus. That is an exclusive Amazon book, so you can only buy it on Amazon. But yeah, so these are really exciting books. I really love them. And I do plan on having more books in this series. But primarily I'm not able to release them right now just because of financial reasons. But there will be more books coming out in Bugztopia books. But for right now, I do have 6 books out. So if you want to go check them out, go check them out. But let's get into some questions for this. So question number 1 is, where do I get my ideas from? So I get my ideas for the author Shelly, for the Shelly Kitts pen name. I get these ideas from my nieces and nephews. So the Bugztopia inspired world is this world that my nephew came up with. He wanted to see a world where bugs are the main characters. And you know, I started as he and I went down like kind of deciding what we wanted to do. We just discovered that we wanted them to be police officers. We wanted them to come up with crimes, and it's something so magical to see work through over the years. Because he still talks about it with me all the time. He asks what book I'm reading. He wants to read them all. And as I do the book readings here on this channel, he actually is listening through them as well whenever he goes on vacation with my dad. And I love it. I love him getting to read my books and getting to read the books that he inspired too. So it's so cool. Question number 2. Have you always wanted to write? I've been wanting to write pretty much since I graduated high school. Before then, I guess I did a little bit, but I didn't think becoming an author or becoming a writer was a career path. I thought of it more like, oh, that's what you do for fun. You don't publish books. Like, I don't know, like, I thought authors, I guess I never really met a real life author, I never personally met an author, because, like, I didn't have the internet back then, so I thought authors were just old people who wrote. But I'm over here writing, and I'm 25. I write many, many books. I already have 6 done, and the Bugztopia books have so far 16, 17 books in it, and I'm just like, that is something that anyone can do. It's not just for old people to do. So I really made it something that I wanted to do. Question number 3, how much money do I make and am I famous? I am not necessarily famous. I'm famous to my nephew, and that's really all that matters. But how much money do I make? I don't make much. I make roughly about $100 a year, which is not enough to survive, barely enough to have fun money with. But you have to think that $100 I make, I also spend like over $1,000 on the necessities that I need for the author life, because these books are not cheap to make. The cover art cost about $200. Getting beta readers is about $10, and getting people to read the book is a lot more money. Not a lot of money, but like getting it to this final edition does cost a lot of money, and so I make money, but I also don't make money, if that makes sense. Question number 4. Which of your books is your favorite? I love and hate this question so much. I always kind of wonder, like, which one is my favorite book? And I would say, like, none of them are my favorite book, but I would say, because, like, I love them all equally. But if you really, like, if you tied me down to a chair and asked me, I would probably say the book that I'm currently working on. Now, this changes each time. Like, each month it changes based on the book that I'm working on. Or, like, the book that I'm reading for YouTube and stuff. Because, like, right now, I just got done with book 7, getting it finalized to the best of my ability. And I would say that was probably my favorite book because I got so invested in the story. Otherwise, sometimes I do say book 5 is my favorite, which is this book here, The Land That Divides. But honestly, it's just whichever book I'm working on first, or like whatever book I'm working on currently. So probably next month, it'll probably be me working on, might be The Surge of Power, book 4. That's going to be my favorite because this is the book I am going to be reading on this channel. So it all depends. But yeah. Question number 5. How did you name your characters? I name my characters somewhat based on real life people. So my nephew gives me his friends' names from school. He'll be like, hey, can you add this name to the book because this is my friend? And I'm like, you have to realize, like, these are not, I don't base the character off, like, I don't base the character off the name of the person, like, off the person themselves. I just use the names. Names are for everybody. And, like, even for Officer Francis and Officer Renee, so these two characters here, they were named after my niece and nephew, their middle names. I also have a character named Officer May. She's also named after one of my niece's names. There's also, like, a lot of my family's middle names. They also get put into the book, or my family members' names as well. I kind of just Google names, or they kind of just come to me. Question number 6. How long does it take you to write a book? On average, writing the first draft of a book, which is just me telling myself the story, it takes me about a month to write. Then with each stage of editing, it probably takes me about a week to edit. Not all right away. I do take breaks in between, but I would say within 6 months I can get the book done. That's pretty, like, within 6 months, because I work 1 week in a month when I'm editing. So about a month. About 6 months I can get a book fully done. But just drafting it and writing the first draft, it only takes me about a month to do. Question number 7, this is the question I get a lot too. Would you make your books into a movie or a TV show? I would love to get my books into, like, I would love to have my paperbacks at, like, these stories as more than just books. I would love to have them be made into TV shows. I think it would be really cool. Well, not necessarily TV shows, but, like, get them made into, like, animated stories. Kind of like, maybe, I had an idea, like, maybe, like, I used to grow up watching Arthur, and I would love to see, like, the Bugztopia world be told, and, like, Arthur's story, like, have small little snippets, not small little snippets, but have episodes told in this, like, to tell the whole story of the book, if that makes sense. I would love to see that. It just costs a lot of money, and I need to make money before I can spend it, obviously. Yeah, those are the questions that I have. If you have any other questions you want to ask me, leave them down in the comments down below. I will make another one of these after I get done reading book 4. But book 4, I'm planning on not reading. I'm reading book 4 in the month of March, I believe. And so the next Get to Know Me video might happen in April. Yeah, that's all I gotta say for today. I hope you guys all have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.